Well, here we are with Karen Lynn and Jim O'Neill.
Right.
These are the two people that made this whole thing possible. How did you feel after the performance tonight and seeing just everybody instantaneously get up and give that kind of what I would say is a standing ovation?
Yeah, since we started previewing, that's been happening, and sometimes people do that as a sort of knee-jerk reaction, but the very first preview and through to tonight, you can tell that it's very genuine, that people are really genuinely moved by the piece, and so it's very gratifying.
And the acting was absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, we feel that way. It was a very long audition process, actually, for this show. Yes, in fact, Daniel, who plays the lead, who really is 17, the age of Hallie, we brought him back 4 times because he's such a good, sweet soul. And Brian, the director, really wanted that vulnerable quality. But it was very difficult for him because he's such a nice person to find the sort of venom that Hallie has that comes from kind of pain or fear, and but he's such a great actor. He kind of kept moving towards that, but Brian kept bringing him back because he wanted to combine both that lovely, vulnerable sweetness and the power that's needed, which he does bring to it.
Well, it was beautiful for us to get back here and be part of this scene and see this. It's been how many years now are you at this?
13.
13
We're in our
years.
13th season.
And for us here in Ventura, we want to thank both of you for creating something like this where we can have some of that type of New York, London type thing. So now tell us what's on the horizon, some of the new things that are going to be coming up.
Well, we have some very exciting casting news about the next show that just happened.
Is this going to be an exclusive?
And it's a world premiere. I think you should tell. It is. You're the first people to know. Actually, you are.
Well, the show is called Lonesome Traveler, and I wrote it. Actually, I'm going to direct it. It's about folk music in the United States from 1926 to about 1965. The playlist alone will get you into the theater, but we just found out that the leading character is going to be played by a gentleman named Levi Kreis, who won the Tony Award last year for a show in New York called $1 Million Quartet.
He plays Jerry Lee Lewis in that show.
And he's leaving that show to come and do our show.
Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful experience that must be. And being from that genre, I can expect what that music is going to be.
You know every title. Trust me. You know every title.
There's even a sing-along, which will be great.
Yeah, a lot of sing-along. And
it's a great show, so we're excited to premiere that. And in addition to Levi, Lilias White, who won the Tony Award for the Cy Coleman piece, is also going to be in it as well. So we have 2 Tony Award winners in the show, and it's brand new news, so you really are the first people to know.
How wonderful. And we hope that we're going to be able to be, as both of us are local community members now,
we
hope that we'll continue to be part of your growth and continued performance.
Thanks.
I want to thank you for just a wonderful evening for ourselves. No, you get a kiss.
Thank you.
Yes, it was a little gift. It was a gift.
Well, here we are with Brian McDonald, the director of the show, and I hear you've been here for 8 years now.
Yeah, since 2002. I was on the road with a touring show, Miss Saigon, and came to LA. Was there for about 2 years, started teaching acting, started their summer programs here in this wonderful theater and the wonderful people and the quality of work, and it was really a no-brainer. So I've been here and I'm very happy.
It's, to have a theater like this in our own community, is really spectacular. We here at KadyTV were here just a little bit short before you were, and we were here when Stephanie Zimbalist was in The Rainmaker.
Yeah, and that was around the time that I came up.
Okay, and it was to see the growth of this, and what I'm going to say is really an unbelievable performance tonight. How did you come up with this show as one that you wanted to do?
Well, when I was in college, I had the opportunity to do it at a theater very much like this one, and it stuck with me for many, many years. It was always one of those plays that I think not just for me, but for many people that have experienced it, it really lives with them. It really has a profound effect on people. The poetry, the message, the journey that it asks you to take is quite an extraordinary one, and one that I just think everyone should experience.
I saw a couple of young kids in the audience, and when we're going back to 1950 South Africa, and even your age, apartheid, was something that I grew up with in that generation. So the message that got across was really, really strong.
Yeah, I always felt that this, as with any theater, any piece that you do that deals with a subject in history, you can't just deal with it as a history play. You've got to bring it to the audiences of today and find, the story that needs to be done. And I think that's the amazing thing about this play, is that Fugard's work is much more than just a history play or a polemic for, apartheid. It is a play about relationships and about our everyday struggles to make tomorrow a better world. And I think and being young people, having it be a coming-of-age story, we all have gone through that. So, whether, you were in South Africa, whether you know apartheid, we certainly can relate to this play and the journey that Hallie and these guys take.
Well, I hope this is the first of many interviews on opening nights that we do with you in the next couple
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here.
We want to be part of the Rubicon, okay?
Thank you very much.
You got it. Good one. Thank you. The third of the actors in the show. And Chris, I got to tell you something. As I told Anthony, I've been going to theater for a long time, seen many great dramas in my lifetime. This was one of the finest bits of acting I've ever seen. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How hard is it to get into the character that you got in and all the emotions that you showed throughout this performance?
We did a lot of historical research about the 50s in South Africa and apartheid, and we had a long rehearsal process, and just by virtue of developing the relationships between the characters, over time you you become the character. So thankfully we have two other great actors, we have a wonderful director, and a great Rubicon Theatre team.
Now tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been acting?
I've been acting for the past 8 years.
And where do you hail from?
Originally from Ohio, but I lived in Boston for many years, as well as New York.
How do you like coming out to what I'm going to say is a relatively small city like Ventura with a theater like this?
I love regional theaters. I worked up in Ashland, Oregon for a year in 2005, and similar to that, where I met Jim O'Neill, the artistic director for Rubicon. And I have an affinity for small theaters that can survive by the support of the community. And Rubicon is such a theater, and the generosity of the people that support, whether they be the stagehands or the people that usher the patrons into the theater, it's really a group effort.
Well, we as citizens are real happy that you've chosen to come out here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Really
Us.
You got that, and good luck to you.
Thank you, likewise.
Well, hi, here we are with Daniel Stewart, one of the three main actors in the whole show.
Hello.
We're getting a little happy birthday behind us.
Yes, we are. We're getting happy birthday behind us.
But how did you feel the first night and opening night like this?
I feel terrific. It's been a very long process getting to this point, I guess, and it's, I don't know, it's just really astounding to be able to work with these people and do this, do this amazing piece. So I'm really excited.
I have to say, it really was. I've seen some pretty good dramas in my day. The acting in here, when I saw those tears flowing, it's beyond the shadow of a doubt. And I saw you with the emotions that you were showing in your face. How hard is that to try and emulate something like that?
Well, Hallie is a very complex, difficult person, and he has a lot brewing inside of him throughout the whole show, I feel. And so when it gets to that breaking moment, he really does feel justified in what he's doing and in breaking up this relationship. And I feel like just the fact that he has all this anxiety toward his father and toward his life outside of the tea room allows it's seeping under the surface the whole time. So when it finally just explodes out, it's an anger that he has never really experienced before. So it's very interesting and fun to play. It's fun and difficult, but we've set some very good ground for us.
Now, give us a little background about yourself. Where are you from?
Santa Clarita, down near where Magic Mountain is, down there. So
we certainly in Southern California, Kady country, we know where Santa Clarita is.
Yeah, definitely.
How long have you been in the acting profession?
This is my first professional equity show. I've done equity waiver before, which is an under 99 seat house, but I've been doing it for I don't know, since as long as I can remember. But I've been seriously trying to do it for the last couple years. I've been trying to get out into the world of acting in California.
I can't begin to tell you, here in Ventura County and in Ventura, we're glad you chose to come into your first professional show here, and I hope it's a great remembrance for you, okay?
Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Into the picture. Okay, Dottie, turn around. Dottie the Hottie is getting in with us.
Hey.
Okay? No, this is video. You gotta move.
All right, it's coming from the Rubicon. You have to get out there and buy your tickets.
Right.
Fabulous show. And this is one of the main actors.
Well, you introduce him, Dottie. I'm gonna let you do the interview.
I'm too nervous.
Anthony Haney. Wait, where?
Come on.
Hello, I'm Anthony Haney. Hi. Hi, I'm Anthony Haney.
It's one of the great, fabulous actors you'll see when you get tickets to the play at the Rubicon. And it's called
Master Harold and the Boys.
Fabulous. Don't miss it.
Well, I think I shared with Anthony. I've been going to the theater for many, many years, and I've seen many, many dramas. The performance tonight, okay, not only was the show great, but the performance itself was one of the better ones. I do have to say, my wife and I were talking the other night, and she asked me to ask you a question tonight.
Okay.
How difficult is it to get those tears flowing as you did at the end?
You're good at that.
Is that a stumping question?
No, because when you go through the process of the play, of spending time with somebody, another character, you're playing a character that loves another and mentors someone and cares about someone, and watching that break apart, it's like, just like life, you just go through the same spaces of loss. And I try not to cry. Because, yeah.
Well, this guy feels it in his heart.
Let us know a little bit of your background. Where are you from originally?
Original?
Well, let's give us a little bit of.
I was born in Arkansas.
Okay.
And
where do you reside now?
I reside in LA right now.
In Los Angeles.
But I've been in California most of my life, except for 5 years. Yeah.
It's been great having you to have this kind of performance here in Ventura.
Well, yeah,
We're
thank
proud
you so much.
to have you, okay?
I'm really happy to be here. Really happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Come to the Rubicon.